Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
We'll do the flag salute.
Here. Oh, there we go. And so, Heavenly Father, we put this meeting, all that has to be said, all that has to be understood, into your hands. We ask for guidance, for divine direction, for your divine peace. And we put these things in your hands, Father, for your divine direction, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor and Sheriff Barnes, for the invocation and the flag salute. We now have 4 presentations.
Will Misty Utter please join the board up front for a presentation of a service award in honor of 10 years of service with Sutter County?
Congratulations on 10 years of service. You guys want to say anything? You just go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I just do a little bio. Okay.
Well, it's an honor to be able to present Misty with her 10 years of county service. She worked as a therapist at both Children's System of Care and the TAPE program, Transitional Age Youth, which are community-based services, some of our most intensive services that works with the high-risk youth and teens. Her clinical skills and that experience presented her with a great opportunity and an excellent fit for her current position as the supervisor for our urgent services team. And so again, she works with high-risk teens, and so with her clinical skills, her positive attitude, her willingness to collaborate, makes her an excellent part of our youth service team. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been wonderful serving the community, and I plan to continue serving for many, many more years. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, get together more? Like that?
Rather this way.
Oh, this way. We're not centered. That's the problem. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Will Christy Garza, Correctional Lieutenant, please join the board up front for a presentation of a gold resolution in honor of her retirement from Sutter County?
Lieutenant Christy Garza is a 27-year veteran of the Sutter County Sheriff's Office, SCSO, Christy began her career with the Sheriff's Office as a Reserve Correctional Officer in 1996 and started as Extra Help Correctional Officer in 1997. Krista began her full-time career as a correctional technician in December of 1997. She is promoted to Correctional Officer in the September of 1998 and promoted to Correctional Sergeant in December of 2001. Therefore, thereafter promoted to the rank of Correctional Lieutenant in July of 2020. Krista Garza is a recipient of 2 sheriff commendations, one of which was presented for the outstanding security efforts during the high-profile trial of another for identifying an individual who fled from custody, leading to his apprehension and subsequent arrest. Sutter County Board of Supervisors offers its congratulations, sincere appreciation to Krista, and causes her name of each member to be affixed to this gold resolution as evidence of the board's individual and collective appreciation for 27 years of service to Sutter County and its citizens, and wish Krista and her family good wishes upon the occasion of her retirement. Yeah. Before we do, you sure you don't want to say that? I'm sure that the sheriff or somebody else wants to say something. Come on down. Why don't we get all of them down here? Yeah, let's get everybody down here.
I'm going to actually, we have 3 people that are being recognized today in honor of their retirements. So I'll just save my comments for the end and wrap them up. But I do know Christy was hoping to get a picture with her family from Sutter County Sheriff's Office. So if everybody could come down, and then we'll rotate.
Will Craig Hungridge, Patrol Lieutenant, please join the board up front to receive a gold resolution in honor of his retirement from Sutter County.
Okay, Lieutenant Craig Hungry is a 28-year veteran with the Sutter County Sheriff's Office, SCSO. Craig began his career as Sheriff's Office as Deputy Sheriff in 1997, and then transferred to the District Attorney's Office in 2006 until he returned to Sutter County in Sheriff's Office in 2013. He promoted to Sheriff Sergeant Detective in 2017 and thereafter promoted to Patrol Lieutenant position in 2018. He served as a Special Enforcement Detail Honor Guard, Field Training Officer, Canine Handler, Officer in Charge, Vehicle Theft Suppression Team, Sutter County Officer Involved Shooting Investigation Team, Assistant SED Team Leader, Bike Patrol, Cadet Coordinator, Court Security, Peer Support Liaison, Detective Unit, and Office of Training Management CCW Coordinator. I even one of those. Sutter County Board of Supervisors offers its congratulations and sincere appreciation to Craig and causes the name of each member to be affixed to the gold resolution as evidence the board's individual and collective appreciation for 28 years of service in Sutter County and the citizens, and wishes Craig and his family good wishes upon his occasion of his retirement on December 12, 2024. I can't believe how many jobs you've had for the last 28 years. Is there anything you haven't done for the Sheriff's Department?
There are some I haven't done that I didn't want to do.
Oh. Would you like to say a few words?
I'm just grateful for my opportunity to serve the community and have so many good people to work with. Some of my favorite people are the ones I'm retiring with, but even more favored is my family, my wife and my children and all my little grandchildren, my niece, and I'm also grateful to my Father in heaven that I made it.
Thank you. You guys want to do a picture with all you guys down here, or are we going to do it separately? Brandon, what are we doing?
Come on down.
Chad Neiswanger, please join the board to receive a gold resolution in honor of your retirement from Sutter County.
Congratulations. Okay, congratulations, Captain. Captain Chad Neiswanger is a 24-year veteran of the Sutter County Sheriff's Department, Sutter County SCSO. Chad began his career with the Sutter County Sheriff's Office as a correctional technician in 2000. Then started as a reserve correctional officer in 2001. He began his full-time career as deputy sheriff in March of 2002, and then promoted to sheriff sergeant and detective in May of 2007, and promoted to patrol lieutenant in March of 2015. Thereafter promoted to division commander in 2018. Chad was recognized by the Sutter County Sheriff's Officer as Officer of the Year in 2006, and his recipient of the Meritorious Award, which was presented and distinguished himself as effective in the community service above and beyond the call of duty. Chad has received multiple sheriff commendations for various services, such as outstanding participation in SHOP and with the COP, and decision to Sutter County Sheriff's Office submission to the FTO program for the sheriff's commendation for unselfish act went above and beyond the call of duty. The Sutter County Board of Supervisors offers its congratulations and sincere appreciation to Chad, and causes the names of each member to be affixed to the gold resolution as evidence of the board's individual and collective appreciation for 24 years of service to Sutter County and its citizens, and wishes Chad and his family a good upon occasion of his retirement on December 20th of 2024.
I just want to thank everybody at the Sheriff's Office, everybody in back, and everybody, HR, County Counsel's Office, CAO's Office. Everybody here in Sutter County is really good about working together and collaborating. So So that brings about a lot of good friendships, and you know, I'm going to miss everybody, not just the sheriff's office. So thank you.
Let's have everybody back down. And Brandon, you want to say a few words at the end, right?
Yeah, we can take a photo. Yeah, you guys can all come back up. Christy, I can still order you what to do. Come on down. All right. I really just wanted to publicly acknowledge these three outstanding employees and thank them. Obviously, you could tell there's a lot of experience walking out the door. More importantly, they're all members of my command staff, which are the people that I count on to run the daily operations of the Sheriff's Department. So you guys will be sorely missed. But, you know, I always tell everybody, and I think most people recognize that our profession is a very tough profession at times. It's a strain on your health, your family life, your mental well-being, all of those things. And so anytime that somebody can make it to the finish line, it's an opportunity to celebrate and really recognize that. And these three have done this job better than most that I've had the privilege of working alongside. And so congratulations to all three of you, and thank you for all your service, not only to Sutter County, but our community as well, as you guys are all actively involved. And it's been my distinct honor to work with you guys and be the one to say goodbye and thank you. So, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so is this thing on? All right, so today we had that bomb threat this morning. Thank God it was nothing. But, you know, you on the agenda, we have 3 retirements. And then all of a sudden we have that threat today, and it's like, my gosh, they really put you guys to work on and your last week. We're talking a quarter mile around gets shut down, and they're like, wow, how many others? You know, they had were you weren't around in '97 when they evacuated the jail? Oh, you were, Christy. So she's gone through not once, but twice the Orville Dam disaster having. So first of all, I think it's a testament, 24 years, 27 years, 28 years, to do what these individuals do day after day. The shifts that they work, I mean, I guarantee you either one of you guys have had to work 24-hour shift straights with all the stuff that's happened over the years that you've worked and so forth. Some good, some bad, but you stuck through it and you worked through it, and you knew you did it for the best for the community, to keep the community safe. And that's incredible. And I hope that other individuals look up to you and see that, wow, look how they did it right. And they follow the same path, same steps. And it's so awesome to see what you guys have built over there at your department. And we're happy to see it grow, and happy to see people like yourselves, you know, spend your whole duration with us and then retire and get to enjoy your time with your family. That's the most important thing right there. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. That concludes the presentations. Public comment. Members of the public are allowed to address the board on items of interest to the public that are within the subject matter and jurisdiction of the Board of Supervisors. State law provides that no discussion or action may be taken on any matter not appearing on the posted agenda. Do we have any speaker cards?
Yes, we have 2. The first is Sheriff Barnes.
Okay. Sheriff, you're on deck.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair, members of the board. I'll give it just a second to let those filing out do so. So, As Supervisor Ziegemeier already alluded to, there was a critical incident here in the county this morning, so I just wanted to come and provide some information to the board as well as our community. So this morning there were several notes found at government buildings that alluded to a potential bomb threat at the Sutter County Superior Courthouse. So my office took steps to close and secure the courthouse, provide for the safety of our judges, and then redirect our community to safe locations. So it was around 10:30 this morning that there was an evacuation order that was issued for a quarter-mile radius surrounding the courthouse. With the assistance of the Office of Emergency Management, the public was notified through an alert system on their mobile devices. We certainly recognize that this impacts local government as well as businesses in the area, but we want to make sure that the safety of our community is our primary concern. Once the surrounding area was safely evacuated, bomb squads from Sacramento and Butte County Sheriff's offices were able to enter the courthouse and conduct a systematic search. There were no suspicious materials or devices located in the courthouse. As of noon today, the courthouse was opened back up for normal business. Sutter County detectives are currently working on this case to get further information. All of this was accomplished through a collaborative approach to keep our community safe. I want to acknowledge and thank a few people. First, Sutter County Office of Emergency Services. Zach and Leanne did a phenomenal job for us. The men and women of the Sutter County Sheriff's Office, to include our court security staff, our investigations unit, and also our press information officer, the California Highway Patrol, the Yuba City Police Department and Fire Departments, staff from the Sutter County Superior Court, and the Sacramento County and Butte County Sheriff's Offices for their assistance with their bomb units. So that's just a quick overview. Obviously, it's an ongoing investigation. As Mike alluded to, it's glad that it turned out in a positive manner on this occasion. But with that, I realize it's not agendized, but I'm happy to answer any questions that the board may have for me.
Any questions for Brendan?
No, I just going to say great job. I mean, you guys did an outstanding job. You kept everyone in the loop. You kept everyone safe. You never know how something like this is going to turn out. You hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It came together pretty quickly. It was at an hour when there weren't a lot of resources, on duty at that time. But big shout out to the CAO's office as well, because Leanne Link was able to call me and inform me pretty early on while I was at the office and getting my morning coffee. But we got the ball rolling pretty quick, and we're able to get the courthouse locked down before people started showing up, which was nice. So thank you.
Thanks, Brendan.
To the chair.
Yes.
Oh, briefly, and I'm sorry if you mentioned superintendent of schools already, but we evacuated folks to Boyd Hall over at Feather River Academy. Tom Russer, superintendent of schools, was standing out front welcoming people. They had chairs and tables for us already, set up a Wi-Fi network for us to use. People were working already, especially I think the public health folks there. And yeah, they were very accommodating, and we really appreciate them.
Yep, absolutely. It was a true collaborative effort by everybody, and really appreciated all the other department heads. I know Ken helped us getting Vets Hall open, and it just took everybody to get this done, so I want to say thank you.
I just had one question, maybe for the audience. How many of you got the alert on your phones? Just raise your hands. I'm just curious if everybody got, not everybody, but most. Well, you had to be in this vicinity, right, Brandon, to get the alert?
Yeah, through the chair. I was actually driving down Butte House, and once I hit that area, the alert came on. So, yeah.
Good. Well, thank you. Yes. Next speaker?
Tony Farley.
Hey, Tony.
I've heard alert out of Yuba County office. I saw Yuba County office have the alert all the way over there. So we went all the way to the bridge to the Marysville. I heard a Marysville broadcast alert. Noise. Why would Yuba County? I figure, what is a national emergency? No, it's a bomb threat at a county building. What an idiot. That guy committed felony now. The ATF and FBI should be there. MARS should be there. FEMA should be there. Cal Fire should be there. All the federal government people should be there. It's a federal offense. The government official. Secret Service should be there. Brandon Barnes, the Air Force was there. Bill Space was there. Bill Space Bond Squad was there. No. Bill Space got EOD. It's an EOD unit at Bill Space. They should respond too. Is he an ATF? FBI, federal government presence? Because federal law, you're federal prison, that's federal prison time. FBI and Secret Service will respond to your house and arrest you. So Whoever did it was right-wing terrorists. Nazi terrorists did that, right? Whoever did it was right-wing Nazi terrorists during a gun official. What a felon now. He lost his gun rights now. When you commit a felony, you can't own a gun. Federal law. Gun Control Act 1968. So yeah, I heard alert tone at the Yuba building, and I was worried. So during 9 o'clock in Yuba County, alert went off and bomb threat. So mutual aid part was Sacramento Fire, Sacramento Air was there. Good job, Brandon Barnes. Good job, Brandon. So yeah, mutual aid effort. Zachary Hamels, I believe Zachary Hamels was there, I believe. Yeah, like we committed a felony, you lost your gun rights. Thank you for your service, everybody.
Thank you, Tony. Next speaker.
That concludes public comment. Yes.
Oh, there was one more. Okay. All right. Moving on. Consent calendar. Consent calendar groups together those items of are considered non-controversial or which prior policy direction have been given to the staff and only require routine action by the board. The chair will be to advise the audience that the matter may be adopted by one total motion. However, the board may, as its option or upon the request of a member of the public, consider any matter separately. Any speaker cards on this matter? No. This is items 1 through 12.
I make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Now moving on to item number 13. Neil Hay?
Approval of the local goals and policies for land secured financing policy.
Good afternoon, Chair and Supervisors. It's taken some time for my department, in conjunction with the County Counsel's Office and the County Administrator's Office, even the Auditor Controller's Office and the Treasurer Tax Collectors, and then also the Debt Committee for the county to review and develop these goals and policies. We've received input from the builders of the Sutter Point Lakeside development, and essentially, this document is what's necessary for the creation of a CFD, a Community Facilities District, and essentially it allows land secured financing to occur. To date, the county does not have goals and policies in place for this type of action, and so that's why it took some time for us to, obviously take a very conscientious look at the attachment that's in your staff report. But going forward, it will be utilized so that public facilities for either the construction or improvements could be financed. And essentially, there would be many subsequent actions. This is just the first of one. Essentially, it's the concept, right? It's goals and policies. It is how the county would like to approach these types of, like I say, land secured financing in the future. For the Lakeside Sutter Point development, we will be creating, like I said, a CFD, essentially a financing facilities district to provide the services to the residents down there. And so it is the first of many actions that you're going to see. There's somewhat of an aggressive schedule by the builders, and so there will be a number of documents probably over the next 6 to 9 months that come before your board for consideration and review and hopefully subsequent approval. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any speaker cards? No. Okay. Question.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Carm?
This is an action, isn't it? Approval of the local, yeah.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. No question for Neil. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Okay. Next item is number 14. Veronica.
Approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Sutter County Peace Officers Association for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2026, and approval to extend a 4% base salary increase and a 2.5% educational incentive pay increase to the class titles of Undersheriff, Division Commander, Chief DA Investigator, Patrol Lieutenant, and DA Investigations Lieutenant, with an approximate fiscal impact of $275,000 over the 2-year term of the agreement.
Good afternoon, Chairman Veronica and members of the board. Veronica Baumgartner, HR Director. As you know, we have been in negotiations and recently were able to come before your board with a tentative agreement for the DSA, the Deputy Sheriffs. Today we're here to finalize and bring before your board a tentative agreement with the Peace Officers Association, which is our deputies and district attorney investigators. So today, the current MOU expired on June 30th, 2024, and since then, the county and the association has been meeting, which started in early April of 2024. We reached tentative agreement to the terms and conditions for this successor agreement that's in front of you in October of 2024. The Peace Officers Association notified the county in mid-November, that its members had ratified the tentative agreement. The term of the new MOU is a 2-year period, July 2024 through June 30, 2026. So it's a 2-year agreement. I'm going to go over just highlight a few number of items that have changed here. So a 2% base wage salary effective the first day of the second full pay period after adoption. So that'll be here at the end of December. A 2% base wage increase effective July 12th, 2025. We added 3 paid holidays to employees who do not receive a holiday time bank. So those employees in the DA's office that essentially don't work 24 hours and receive normal holidays like the rest of county employees that work normal hours. We added a uniform allowance to the job classifications within the district attorney's office to be consistent with other members in that unit. We also added a language for an emergency pay for employees who work in response to formally declared state or federal disasters. And that is double time in excess of 16 hours in a consecutive day with the approval, of course, of the sheriff or his appointee. And one more is that the department and the association has decided or is agreeing upon an established list of no more than 3 mutually acceptable investigators, which would be utilized for by the department on a rotational basis when there's allegations of serious misconduct. So we will work together post this to come up with that list. The agreement also includes a variety of other non-economic and cleanup items, such as language and just policy changes. Staff recommends that the 2% base wage increase in December and July 2025 and the education incentive be extended to those members in the law management class titles of Undersheriff, Division Commander, Chief DA Investigator, Patrol Lieutenant, and DA Investigative Lieutenant. If you recall, we try to keep them on track. We're trying to keep up and keep that separation between our levels there and our classifications between management and line staff. So we would recommend to extend that. They were excluded from the other management raises that happened previously. The county administrator's office supports this recommendation, as well as county council has reviewed all the language in the MOU and has approved it as to form. The fiscal impact for the 2% increase for the remainder of this year, 24-25, will be around $90,000, and based on current staffing levels, there will be no need for increased appropriations for that. The additional 2% salary increase in fiscal year 25-26 will result in around $185,000 more in personnel costs. And since that budget has not yet been developed, the department, the sheriff's department, and the county administrator's office will consider how to fund those increase during the budget development process. And I think that's all I have for you today. Any questions?
Any questions for Veronica?
No questions through the chair. No, I just, it's always a step in the right direction. This doesn't put us at the top in this area. It gets us closer. And, every one of us here supports public safety. That's our number one priority, and we're going to do whatever we can to keep these individuals here so we could see them retire in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, and so forth. And that's our goal, to have the very best. And we're going to do whatever we can as supervisors up here to start with public safety and continue to have the best. And I want to thank you guys for your service once again. It's a step in the right direction, but I'm sure my colleague has something to say over there too.
I would like to thank this. Carm, did you want to say something?
Go ahead and thank you.
Okay. I'd like to thank the staff and the sheriff's department and the officers for working together to come up with this compromise that everybody can live with. And I really appreciate your time, Veronica. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
I'd like to move the item.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed unanimously.
Thank you. I did want to say, I should have said thank you to my team members also, Taylor from the CAO's office and the undersheriff, as well as we worked with the DA's office and the sheriff. And the Peace Officers Association was very reasonable, easy to work with, and we appreciate the collaboration with them too. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Item number 15 and 16, Taylor will be doing this one.
Introduction of an ordinance amending Chapter 16 of the Sutter County Ordinance Code relating to purchasing, waive the full reading, direct the clerk to read the title only, and continue the item to the December 17th, 2024 meeting for adoption.
Good afternoon, Supervisors. Taylor Kayada, Deputy County Administrator. I'm here with updates to our purchasing ordinance, which is Chapter 16 of the Sutter County Ordinance Code. This ordinance cleanup essentially has been in development for about 2 years now. And the purchasing ordinance describes when the board is delegating authority to the county administrative officer as a purchasing agent to make purchases on behalf of the county. So some of the big items we did was currently we have a $50,000 limit by which the board has delegated authority to the CAO to make purchases. That's tied to a state law that should have been adjusted for inflation. We had a flat dollar amount, so we're now tying that amount to inflation, and that will currently be around $75,000 of authority. Of course, the CAO at any given time for amounts under that could bring items to the board if he believes that it is in the interest of the board or the public. Most of the rest of it is cleanup. We've defined the rules of the purchasing agent. We've added definitions. We've addressed the requirements for federally funded contracts. We allow for piggybacking, which is essentially if someone else, another public agency has bid on something already, we can follow their terms without having to go through a whole procurement ourselves. We've updated our local vendor preference. It's now a 5% preference. If you're a local vendor, whatever your price is, we'll take 5% off that to make you competitive with someone from outside of the area, as long as it's consistent with other state or federal laws. And that is generally it. I'm here for any questions, but we would urge approval. This allows for the effective administration of the county.
Through the chair.
Yes, Carm.
Move to approve.
We have, let's see if there's no public comment, correct? Okay. Go ahead. We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance of the County of Sutter amending the Sutter County Ordinance Code by amending Chapter 16 relating to purchasing.
Thank you. Taylor, number 16.
Thank you. So this item is for the board to consider authorizing an MOU with the Golden State Finance Authority on behalf of, well, they're essentially affiliated with RCRC. RCRC has offered to pay for a test claim for a state mandate on behalf of the county. If you're not familiar with the state mandated cost claim process, essentially if the state legislature passes a bill that puts costs onto local government, including Sutter County, we can file a test claim with the State Commission on State Mandates, and that allows us to seek reimbursement for the cost that we're incurring due to the bill requiring new action on behalf of the county. Once one county has passed a test claim through the Commission on State Mandates, then all counties will be eligible to claim that. So essentially, we would work with RCRC and the Golden State Finance Authority and their contractor to file this test claim, which if we are successful, will allow counties up and down the state to file for reimbursement from the state. The bill that we are seeking to seek reimbursement from is AB 2778 of 2022, which is called Crimes for Race-Based Charging. So this bill requires our DA's office to do 3 new things, essentially, that they didn't have to do before. So first, they have to process and review and redact information on all cases. So essentially, they're redacting the case information, and the person deciding who who to bring the prosecution does not know essentially the race and other identifying characteristics of the defendant. They have to then do a second complete review of the case using unredacted reports and determine if they would change their decision. And if they are going to change their decision, they have to document it. So as you can probably tell, it's a very involved process, and I know that DA Dupre has previously mentioned this to the board, because we did in fact have to get a software agreement for the cost of $165,000 to assist us with identifying and redacting all of these prosecution. Because the cost of the software and the staff work involved in manually reviewing the work that the software has done and also looking at these cases, DA Dupre estimates that because of this bill, unless we get state reimbursement, the number of cases we're going to be able to charge would be cut in half. So it's very critical for us and for other counties up and down the state to be able to seek reimbursement from the state so that we can continue what we would like to do in terms of prosecution while complying with the state laws and new mandates on us. So again, the action requested here today is to sign the MOU. There is no cost to the county. If the claim is successful, then we would pay back the costs of filing to RCRC and Golden State Finance Authority up to the amount of reimbursement. Thank you.
Okay. Any speaker cards in this item? No. Okay. Any questions for? Nothing for Taylor? Okay. We have a motion. Motion by Carmen, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passing unanimously. Moving on to number 17, Steve Smith.
Receive a report on Sutter County's use of the American Rescue Plan Act state and local fiscal recovery funding of $17,814,734 and the local assistance and tribal consistency funding of $100,000 from March 11th, 2021 through September 30th, 2024, and direct staff on the use of any remaining funds, including accrued interest, to be obligated by December 31st, 2024.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Supervisors. The American Rescue Plan Act was signed into law in March of 2021. Sutter County was awarded approximately $18.8 million in what is called state and local fiscal recovery funds. And these funds have to be obligated no later than December 31st of this year and spent no later than December 31st of 2026. So counties who experienced a loss of funding could use these funds as revenue replacement, and the U.S. Treasury Department defined how that calculation would work. Through this calculation for years 20 and 21, the county was able to identify the entire $18.8 million as revenue replacement. Per the law, revenue replacement can be used for government services as defined in the enabling regulations, excluding lump sum pension payments, increases to reserves, and offsets for a tax reduction. So through September 30th of this year, the county has spent $17,814,734, or about 95% of the funds, with $1,020,746 of the original allocation to be spent or obligated by December 31st. As you'll see in the staff report, funds have been spent. The major expenditures, small business grants, $898,000. Public safety operating costs, $12.8 million. County Service Area F fire operating costs, just over $2 million. And then essential worker pay for the deputy sheriff's unit of about $530,000, and for the fire unit of $136,000. For 24-25, a total of about $3.4 million was appropriated, including nearly $2.1 million for County Service Area F operations and $1.3 million to public safety funds. As of, or for the quarter July through September, the CSAF had total expenditures of about $884,000, so it's unlikely by December that they will spend the full $2.1 million. Of those remaining funds, I'm recommending that any unspent funds, including accrued interest net of Treasury fees of approximately $300,000, be used for eligible public safety fund expenditures, which include sheriff communications, patrol, county jail, district attorney, victim services, juvenile hall, office of emergency services, and fire administration. In addition to these funds, the federal government allocated $100,000 to the county in local assistance and tribal consistency funds, and these funds were fully expended in 2024 for economic development activities. So happy to answer any questions. Again, of the remaining funds, I would recommend they be spent within the public safety fund before the end of the year. And if the board approves that, then we will make sure that is so we don't return any of the money that was sent to us through the federal government.
Thank you, Steve. Any public comment? And no speaker cards. Members of board, do you guys have any questions for Steve on his item? Nope. Motion?
And for the direction on the public safety fund part. So
don't we have to?
Yes. So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Okay. Steve, follow-up report.
Let's see. We have we normally meet the second and fourth Tuesdays, but with the holidays coming up, we have a meeting next week. So the meeting's for December today and next week on the 14th. And then there isn't another board meeting until January 14th unless something urgent comes up where there is one scheduled. So next week at 3 o'clock will be the final meeting for this calendar year. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. All right. We have some correspondence items, mostly donations for the Health and Human Behavioral Health holiday party. And then also we have boards and commission vacancies that are listed on the agenda as well. We will now go to considerations and board reports. Mike, would you like to start?
Yeah, we'll start out with, so Sutter High School lost in the section championship game to Houston Huskies. Sutter was up with about 14 seconds left in the game, and Houston scored, and they went for the win, went for the two-point conversion, and they got the two-point conversion. It was a great game. We didn't go our way, but it was right there. They ended up winning by 1. So we're going to be better next year. Sad we had our starting middle linebacker blow his knee out on the second to last drive. So that whole drive down the field, we didn't have it was good. I want to talk about positives and other. This morning, it's this weekend is the wreaths around America. You know, it's an amazing deal. I know they're doing it at the Live Oak Cemetery, I believe. The Sutter Cemetery, and I believe in Marysville. Like I said, I don't know, but I know in Sutter they're having it there. So come on out. It's really awesome. You can tell it's a tough year because there are about 1,200 less wreaths this year than last year. And these wreaths are all donated. So people sponsor them and donate them. Still come on out. Look at the time. I should have I don't have the time on me, but it'll be posted all over the place. But big thank you to the Sutter Cemetery crew. And Tom Walter puts it all together, and we look forward to sending our forklifts down there every year to help them unload. But it was really awesome. I want to get a plaque for that Sutter Cemetery crew for all they do, because every time they do this stuff, you know, those guys are out there and helping unload too. It's very nice. And Tom Walter for Wreaths Across America, same thing. And then Supervisor Cohn and I were talking about we'd like to do a paver. You know, Jack Scheidel recently passed away. The funeral was this past weekend at the Sacramento Aerospace Museum. celebrate his life. Great send off, but like I said, we'd like to sponsor a paver there at the museum in his memory. And then also want to sponsor the Sutter Light Parade happening if we do it December 20th, which would go down Acacia Avenue from Southview Market to Sutter High School and there. So I want to sponsor that, and that's it for me.
Okay. Carm?
Right. I'd like to close in memory of a few individuals: Satnam Purwal, Parm Nagra, Aman Shankar, and Mindo Joel. And ask we please send letters of sympathy and condolences out to their families.
Thank you, Carm. I'd just like to add that Fairview Church has it every year. It is a very moving ceremony for the Wreath Across America. They do it every year down there. They started it a long time ago. It's like I said, a very moving ceremony and program put on to recognize our veterans who have passed. And so I'd encourage you to go to your local cemetery this Saturday. And it is all the way across the country. Here it's at 9 o'clock. At Arlington is at noon. In Hawaii, I believe 7 o'clock. I'm thinking 7 o'clock, I think, in Hawaii. But it's every place across the nation at the same time. So I would encourage you to go. And then I'd like to close in memory of 3 individuals. John Walter Haldell. He's the 8-year veteran of the El Dorado County District 1 Supervisors. He passed away in office just recently, and John and I got to know each other fairly well over the years at RCRC conferences, very involved in that, and CSAC, and as well as being involved with his fire department. He was very instrumental in keeping El Dorado Fire as active as they are, and he was a aeronautical engineer and worked at Aerojet and gosh, I'm trying to think of the other company. I can't think of it now. He is survived by his wife and 6 daughters, and he is a grandfather to 12 grandchildren. And then next is Jack Scheidel. Jack, family friend for many years. Jack was very involved. He's a pilot. I think anything that had a motor behind it, Jack was involved with. It didn't matter if it was motorcycles, race cars, airplanes, and very avid farmer in the Pleasant Grove area. And he's survived by his wife and 2 sons. And he is just a great guy. I grew up with his son and longtime friends. The next is Bill Hudson. Bill Hudson is a beloved father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Passed away on November 16th. I think Jack passed away on the 17th. He is a long-lived adventure and just a great guy. His life dedicated farming and walnuts and passion spans 6 decades and 6 generations. Bill's a devoted member of the South Sutter community, serving on the Reclamation Board 1001 for 35 years, including his term as president. He was a proud member of the Elks Lodge for 62 years and served as a volunteer firefighter with East Necklace Fire Department from 65 to 84. Known for his adventure spirit, Wild Bill, who's known as nickname, and loved to water ski and snow ski, golf, and play and swim and everything else. Bill's survived by his children, Jim, Lynn, Dean, and Mary, his grandchildren, Curtis, Alan, Samantha, Lauren, Oliver, and oh God, a whole bunch of them here. He is preceded death by his 2 wives and his son. Anyway, that covers those. Let's
through the chair. I just want to say one thing about Jack. So Jack's mom died when he was 9 years old, and his dad died when he was 22 years old. And you look at what he built up. And it's such a small story. It's such a small community, even so it's spread out. Jack's daughter actually was one of the delivery nurses when my oldest daughter was born. And that's how I met her. And she's like, Driver. I'm like, you related? She's like, oh, Kevin's my husband. I'm like, I'm good friends with your brother, Brett. So she was a labor delivery nurse. And she had passed away. Gosh, it's been 5, 6 years. So they're together in heaven, enjoying each other's company now. But I make a motion to approve.
Second. Yeah, thank you. And did you want to sign off on that letter too?
Yes, I would love to, please. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
And then last thing, remember tomorrow is the, at 1 o'clock for the Yuba-Sutter Wheelers, is it? Is it the Wheelers?
High Rollers.
High Rollers?
High Rollers, yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting the name wrong, but the only thing I love about it, it's the Yuba-Sutter. We're all getting tied into this.
The baseball.
Great. The new baseball. So I am getting excited about this. So we'll see you there tomorrow at 1.
Mike, you're going to represent the board.
I'll be there. Yep.
Carmen and I both have things to do. Okay. We have a motion and a second. Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you. And that...
closed session.
No closed session.
Huh?
No closed session.
All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com. You've seen signs marking some of the gyms in Marysville. They're produced by Sapphire Sign Company, providing something small, large, and mobile. With decades of experience, Sapphire Signs has pioneered local production of a variety of signs, like temporary campaign-style signs, welcomes for unique events, building signage, event promotion, and vehicle customization. Need a sign? Make it a gem from Sapphire Sign Company. On the web at sapphiremarketinggroup.net. Sapphire.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
In Marysville, where roots run deep, McNally Appliances promises to keep the best brands with a smile on its face. We service what we sell, it's a warm embrace. Competitive pricing you can't ignore. With every purchase, you'll love it more. From fridges to washers, all in a line. We install with care to make it shine. Major brands, trusted and true. McNally Appliances is here for you. Oh, McNally, we're your first choice. In Marysville, we help you rejoice. We service what we sell, no need to stress. At McNally Appliances, we're simply the best. Our promise stands, we'll always be here. McNally Appliances, bringing you cheer.
McNally Appliances, 119 D Street, Marysville. McNallyappliances.com.
Through the heart of the valley, we rise so bright, where the news flows freely in the morning light. Yuba-Sutter.life, where truth comes alive. Every Tuesday's a journey, it's where we thrive. Watch it unfold. Yuba-Sutter.life, in the heart of our home. Be informed, be wise. Yuba-Sutter.life, we capture it all. Policy debates, hear the people's call. With Yuba-Sutter.life, you'll never miss a beat. Special reports hit hard, shining a spotlight. Yuba-Sutter.life. Yuba-Sutter.life.
Yuba-Sutter.life. It's the truth that comes through.